Hey, champs of Examsnet. Welcome to the question series of Examsnet. Today we'll be solving AFCAT 1, 16 Feb 2019 paper. This paper is about having 100 questions. You know there are 4 sections. You have maths, English, GK, and mental ability. These are the 4 sections, and you will have 25 questions from each of the section. Right? Hope you're well prepared for your exams. Let's start solving the paper so that you can practice. Before moving further, students, please visit our website www.examsnet.com. There you will find this and many more entrance exam question papers and their detailed explanation. You can also download our app. You have the link in the description box. So let's start solving the paper. Here we go with the first question, which is a mathematical question. Let's start. We have the question is car A is traveling at 60 kilometers per hour towards northwest, creating an angle of 42 degrees to the north. And car B is traveling towards southwest at 80 kilometers per hour, creating an angle of 48 degrees to the south. Both are started from the same point. You have to find out the distance between A and B after 1 hour. You need to know you need to have a figure of how the things are working in this situation. So first thing it is saying that they both are starting from a common point, same point, right? So let this be the line. So here is the point where both the cars are starting. This is the point where both the cars are starting. First car A is traveling at 60 kilometers per hour towards northwest, right? You know, this is north, this is south, and you have east and west over here. So this is the starting position of both the cars. Car A is traveling at A is having the speed of 60 kilometer per hour in the northwest direction. So that means it is moving like this. This is the direction of movement of A, and let this be the position of A after 1 hour. So time is 1 hour, and this one is the speed for car A. Second thing, it is making an angle of 42 degree with the north. So this is 42 degrees. Similarly for car B, it is moving in southwest. So this is the final position of B after 1 hour, and it's making an angle of 48 degree to the south. Correct. So B speed is how much? 80 kilometer per hour. And you know the time is same in both the cases. The time for B is also same because we have to find out the distance between both the cars in after 1 hour, right? So here we can say distance traveled by A in 1 hour is equal to speed into time, that is 60 kilometers. Similarly, distance traveled by B in 1 hour is equal to 80 into 1, that is equal to 80 kilometers. So these are the these are the distances which are moved by car A and car B in 1 hour. Now, just look at this triangle. You have to find out the distance between A and B, right? That means you have to find out AB. If I'm considering this triangle, let it be O. If I'm considering the triangle AOB, this is a right angle triangle. Why? This is 42, this is 48, which is a sum of 90 degree. These two angles gives you a sum of 90 degree. So obviously this angle is got to be angle AOB is got to be 90 degree. Angle AOB is equal to 180 minus 48 minus 42. That is equal to 90 degree, right? That means triangle AOB is a right angled triangle. Is a right angled triangle, and AB becomes a hypotenuse, right? So AB square is equal to OA square plus OB square. We just found out this was OA, this distance was OA, and this one was OB. So let's find out AB is equal to 60 square plus 80 square, which is equal to 36 plus 6400, that is equal to 10,000, which means AB is equal to 100 kilometers. Simple as that. Let's check. We have option A as the answer. Clear? Let's move to the next question, number 2. It says the average age of n students who prompted in class 8 is Y years. 3 more students included in class whose ages are this, this, and this. Find the average age when they prompted in the class 10th. All right. So, first thing, you are given average age of students who prompted to class 8 is Y years. Average age of n students who promoted, sorry, is Y years. Therefore, total age of students who promoted to class 8, this is equal to, see, there are n students, average age is Y, so the total age has got to be n into Y years. Now, 3 more students are included in college. When 3 more students are included in college, then what will be the age? N into Y. So the age of the students were Y minus 1, minus 2, Y plus 3. Y minus 1, Y minus 2, Y plus 3, which gives you NY plus 3Y, right? Now, it's asking you their average age when they are promoted to class 10. So after it will take 2 years, right, to get promoted into to class 10. So after 2 years, when they are in class 10, what is the total age? This will be equal to N Y plus 2 plus 3 Y plus 2, which gives you NY plus 2N plus 3Y plus 6. Okay, so I'll do one thing. Instead of opening it like this, I will make their factors. This will be easy. Y plus 2 and N plus 3. I'm going to make the two factors over here. So what is the average age now? This is equal to the total age, which is equal to Y plus 2 into N plus 3 whole divided by N plus 3. Because now 3 more students are added. So average age will be N plus 3 now, right? This will cancel and you have Y plus 2 as the new average age. Hope this is clear to you. Let's see, we have option C as the answer. Hope this is clear. Let's move to the next question, number 3. Difference between two stations X and Y is 500 kilometers. One train starting from X moved toward Y with this speed. Another train moved toward X from Y with this speed. Okay, let's make the scene first. So you are having 2 points over here. This is X and Y. So it is saying you the difference between two stations is 500 kilometers. So that means this much is equal to 500 kilometers. This distance is 500 kilometers. Now, one train from X moved towards this. So one train is moving from X towards this at 20 kilometers per hour. And another train is moving from Y towards the X with the speed of 30 kilometers per hour. What is the distance of the point where both trains cross each other from X? So now I'll say suppose they cross each other at, wait, let me join X and Y positions. So let's say that they meet each other at this point. Let's say, okay. So let's suppose they meet at O at the same time, right? You have to find out this distance D. So if this is D, this has got to be 500 minus D, right? Now the time is equal to distance upon speed. Distance is taken to be D and speed, you know, is this, right? Okay. Now the time taken by this much to travel from here to here is equal to time taken by travel from here to here, right? So this is equal to 500 minus D upon 30. I hope this is clear, because both the trains, they are meeting over here at point O. So that means the distance traveled by X to reach O, sorry, the time taken by X to reach O is equal to the time taken by Y to reach O. So that means both the train will take the same time. Their times are equal. Okay, now easy. Let's solve it further. 0 and 0 will cancel and you will have 3D is equal to 1000 minus 2D, or 5D is equal to 1000, which gives you D is equal to 200. And this is what we were looking for, the distance of point O from X. So both the trains, this was the question. What is the distance of the point where both trains cross each other from X? So this is equal to 200 kilometers, right? That means this D comes out to be 200 kilometers. Option B. Clear? Next is question number 4. The average monthly rainfall is 2.7 inch. The average of first 7-month rainfall is this, less than the average of yearly rainfall, and rainfall of other 4 months is 20.3. What is the average rainfall of the last month? Okay. Now, the question is, let's write it down. You have total rainfall of 12 months. This has got to be 2.7 into this, because the average monthly rainfall is 2.7 inches. So the total rainfall in 12 months has got to be 2.7 into 12, which comes out to be 32.4. And now it is saying you the average of first 7 months rainfall is 1.1 less than the average of yearly rainfall. So total rainfall of first 7 months. How much is this? 7 multiplied by 2.7 minus 1.1, which gives 2.7 multiplied by 1.6, which is equal to 11.2. Okay. Now the rainfall of last month. This is equal to 32.4 minus 11.2 plus 20.3, which comes out to be 32.4 minus 31.5, that is equal to 0.9. So the required answer to the question, you had to find out what is the average rainfall of the last month. This is equal to 0.9. That is option A. Hope you're clear. Next question number 5, sorry. Okay, now it's saying you have X, Y, Z have some monkey. X, Y, Z have some monkey. The ratio 4:3:8. If 2 monkeys ran away from X and 4 monkeys ran away from Z, then the ratio becomes this much. How many monkeys they initially had? All right, so you have to find out the initial values of how many monkeys they had. All right. So you are given one thing, that say x is to y is to z, this is equal to 4 is to 3 is to 8. Now I'll say I'll just say let monkeys with x (4k), y has 3k, z 8k. Now it is saying two monkeys ran away from x. So now x will be having 4k minus 2 monkeys, right? 4 monkeys ran away from z. So now y is having the same, right? There is no change in y. So it is saying you 4 monkeys ran away from z. Question number 5. It says X, Y, and Z have some monkeys in the ratio 4 is to 3 is to 8. If 2 monkeys ran away from X, 4 monkeys ran away from Z, then the ratio becomes 3 is to 3 is to 8. How many monkeys they initially had? So let's analyze this thing. First of all, X, Y, and Z. They had the monkeys in the ratio 4 is to 3 is to 8. So I'm supposing the monkeys with X is 4K, Y is having 3K, and Z is having 8K monkeys, right? Now it says 2 monkeys ran away from X. That means now X will be having 4K minus 2, right? And 3K, nothing happened with the monkeys with Y, and Z lost 4 monkeys. So this is the new ratio. In the question, according to question, this is equal to 3 is to 3 is to 8. So this is the new ratio after these monkeys ran away from X and Z. Let's focus on this thing. Now, there are two cases. First, I'll pick up these two. So you will have 4K minus 2 upon 3K is equal to 3 upon 3, right? This gives me 12K minus 6 is equal to 9K, or 3K is equal to 6. That gives you K is equal to 2. So if K is equal to 2, let's see. Initially, the monkeys were in the ratio 4K, 3K, and 8K. So if K is equal to 2, then X, Y, and Z, they will have the monkeys as 8, 6, and 16, right? These are the monkeys with all of them. So the total monkeys will be 30. But when X lost 2 monkeys, so it will have 6. Y didn't lose any monkeys, so it will have 6 as such. And this one lost 4 monkeys, so this is equal to 12. This is something like, if I'm saying this is 3 is to 3 is to 6, right? But in the question, the ratio is given as 3 is to 3 is to 8. So that is violating the question actually. We are not getting, that means something is wrong in either the statement or the question itself is wrong. Okay, let's try it another way. So we have considered these two pairs. Let's consider this pair. Okay, X and Z now. So if I'm considering this one, so it will be, when I'm considering X and Z pair, so 4K minus 2 upon 8K minus 4, this is equal to 3 upon 8. Let's do the cross multiplication. 32K minus 16 is equal to 24K minus 12, which gives you 8K is equal to 4, or K is equal to 1 by 2. So this is the second case. This initially, that was the first case. K is equal to 2 is violating our statement itself. So I'm not considering this thing. I have taken another pair, X and Z. Now the K comes out to be 1 by 2. So if K comes out to be 1 by 2, X, Y, and Z, they had the monkeys in the ratio 4K, 3K, and 8K. So here the monkeys will be 2. Here the monkeys will be 3 by 2. And here the monkeys will be 8 by 2. That is equal to 4. Monkeys cannot be in the fraction. Okay, so this is wrong also. This is also wrong. Correct? So either way you can check. This is not giving, this is, first of all, this is giving me, this statement is giving me different values of K, which is which seems something that the statement is wrong. You can't have two different values of k if you are taking different pairs. So that means the question is wrong. This question is not correct. Okay. Let's move to the next question then. Question number 6. It says A is 5 times as efficient as B. A completes a piece of work in 60 days less than B. How many time will they take individually? So you are given something about the efficiency. Here is A and B. So if I'm talking about efficiency of A and B, F5 is 5 times, A is 5 times efficient as B. So that means the time taken by A and B will be in the ratio 1:5, right? It is said in the question, A completes a piece of work in 60 days less than B. So if I'm taking this as 5x minus x, this is equal to 60. So he's taking less time as 60. That means 4x is equal to 60, or x comes out to be 15. So the time taken by A will be equal to x. Here I'm taking this one as x and this one will be 5x. This is the time taken by A and B respectively. So what in the question you have to find out? How many time will they take individually? So A will take 15 days and B will take 15 into 5, 75 days, right? So let's check with the options. We have option A as the answer to our problem. Hope you're clear. Next is question number 7. A man bought watch and pen drive at 1564 rupees each. And one sold for 23% profit, another sold for 23% loss. What is the overall profit or loss? So first thing, you're having the cost price of, if I'm saying the both pen drive and watch. So the total cost price is 1564 multiplied by 2, that is equal to 3124 rupees. Now, first one is sold at the profit of 23% and the second one at the loss of 23%. Right. Okay. So the selling price is the selling price of watch plus the selling price of pen drive. If I'm saying, okay, for the first one, it is sold for 23% profit. So this one will be cost price multiplied by 100 plus profit percent, that is equal to 123 upon 100. Similarly, 1564 multiplied by, this is actually 100 minus 23, and I will write down here. This is a better approach to understand. Okay, this is 1564 into 123 upon 100, 1564, 77 upon 100. So I'll take 1564 upon 100 common. This is equal to 1564 into 200 upon 100, which is equal to 3128. So simple, you got the selling price of both the watches that equal to cost price of both the not the watches actually. Selling price of watch plus pen drive comes out to be equal to cost price of watch plus pen drive. So you have no profit, no loss situation. So the answer is option D, 0. Hope you're clear. Next is question number 8. A and B earn in the ratio 2:1. They spend in the ratio 5:3 and save in this ratio. The total money savings of both A and B are this much. The monthly income of B is equal to what? So let's start. First of all, I'm saying let the monthly income of, we have to find out for B. So let monthly income of B is equal to X rupees. So A and B earn in the ratio 2:1. So what will be the monthly income of A? This is equal to 2x. Simple. Savings of A. Savings of A is 4. So that means I'm assuming this to be, okay, I'll write it as 4 only. Ratio, savings of A is to B ratio is 4:1. So actual savings, because collectively they save 5,000, right? Actual saving of A is equal to 4 by 5 into 5,000, that is equal to 4,000 rupees. Now the actual savings of B will be 1 by 5 into 5,000, that is equal to 1,000 rupees, right? They spend in the ratio 5:3. So now they spend in the ratio of 5:3. So that means if I'm seeing for A, what is the total income of A? It was 2x. If I'm subtracting 4,000 from that upon X was monthly income of B, if I'm subtracting 1,000 from that, I'll get 5:3, right? So this is 6x minus 12,000 is equal to 5x minus 5,000, which gives me x is equal to 7,000 rupees. You wanted to know the x, which was a monthly income of P. This comes out to be 7,000, and I have option A as the answer. Hope you're clear. Next question number 9. 240 men can finish a work in 20 days, working 5 hours a day to finish the work within 10 days, working 8 hours a day. The minimum number of men required is. So this is actually based on the formula of number of men, days, hours in the first case will be equal to number of men, days, and hours in the second case, right? So now the number of men required in the second case, this is what you have to find out. 240 men, let's write down 240 men, 20 days, working 5 hours a day is equal to M2. I have to find out. They work for 10 days, 8 hours. 10 days, 8 hours, which gives you M2 is equal to 240 into 20 into 5 upon 10 into 8. So this cancels out and this is equal to 30, which gives you 300. So you need 300 men for this work. Clear? Next is question number 10. While selling, a businessman allows 40% discount on the marked price and there is a loss of 30%. If it is sold at the marked price, profit percent will be what? So everything is given in the percentage. We'll assume we need to know the MP, right? The marked price. For that, I'm assuming the marked price to be 100. So if the marked price is 100, it's giving a 40% discount. Selling price will be 100 minus 40, that is equal to 60 rupees. And cost price will be equal to 60 into 100 because it is having a loss of 30% upon 100 minus 30. You know the formula for cost price, right? This is equal to selling price into 100 upon, in case of loss, you are having a minus. Okay, this gives you 60 into 100 upon 70, which is approximately, this will cancel out, 600 upon 7 is approximately 85.7. So now the required profit, it is sold at the mark price, the profit percentage will be, required profit is equal to 100 minus 85.7 upon 85.7 into 100, which is equal to 14.3. This is actually profit percent. 14.3 upon 85.7 into 100, that is equal to 16.68%. So this is the required answer to the problem. Let's check. We have option C as the answer. Clear? Next question number 11. It says the average salary of all the staff in an office of a corporate house is 5,000. The average salary of the officers is 14,000 and that of the rest is 4,000. The total staff is 500, then the number of officers is. All right. First of all, we need to know the number of officers. I'll assume let the number of officers be X. Then number of rest officials will be what? It will be 500 minus X, right? Because the total is 500 staff and the rest of the officials, they will be 500 minus X. Now let's talk about the salary. It is said you the average salary of all the staff in the office is 5,000 and the total number of officers is 500. So that means 5,000 into 500, that is a total salary of all the staff in the corporate house is equal to number of officers into their average salary, that is 14,000 multiplied by X, plus number of other officials, that's 500 minus X, into their average salary, which is equal to 4,000 rupees. So this comes out to be 25, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is equal to 14,000 X plus, this is a big number, so let's divide it. It will take a lot of time. So I'll divide both sides by, I'll cut the zeros. There are so many zeros involved. 3 zeros. So this will be 5 into 500 is equal to 14x plus 4 into 500 minus x. Becomes pretty easy now, right? So this is 2500 is equal to 14x plus 2000 minus 4x. This is 10x plus 2000, which gives you 10x is equal to 500 or x is equal to 50. What do we had to find out in the question? The total staff is 500 and the number of officers, we assume the number of officers to be x, that comes out to be 50. So here is our answer. See, x is equal to 50. So the total number of officers came out to be 50, which is our answer. So option D is the correct answer for the problem. Hope you're clear. Let's move to the next question, number 12. 60% of the cost price of the article is equal to 50% of its selling price, and the percentage of the profit or loss on the cost price is. So we are given everything in percentages, right? Easy question. Let's say the cost price of the article be 100 rupees. Then 60% of the cost price is equal to 50% of the selling price, right? So according to question, 60% of cost price is equal to 50% of the selling price. So 60% of cost price is equal to 50% of the selling price. I don't know the selling price. I'll leave it as such. So this and this will cancel. This and this will be 2. 120 is equal to the selling price of the article. What we had to find out? The percentage of profit or loss on the cost price. We have the cost price as 100. Selling price 120. Profit percent will be 120 minus 100 upon 100 into 100, which is equal to 20%. So this is the correct answer, 20% profit, option C. Hope you're clear with this. Next is question number 13. It says there are in all 10 balls, some of them are red and others are white. The average cost of all the balls is 28. If the average cost of red balls is 25 and that of white balls is 30 rupees, then the number of white balls is. You have to find out the number of white balls. Let's assume this to be X in the first place. Let number of white balls is equal to X. Therefore, number of red balls is equal to 30 minus X. Sorry, not 30 minus X. It is 10 now, right? Okay. This is 10 minus X. Yes. So now, according to the question, it is saying you the average cost of all the balls is 28, right? Total balls, according to question. Total cost of all the balls is 28 into 10, because this is the average cost of all the balls, and the total balls are 10. So the total cost of all the balls is equal to this much. White balls, the average cost of red balls is 25. So here the average cost is 25. I have to find out, okay, white balls average cost is 30 rupees. Right? So this whole cost is equal to 30 multiplied by x plus 20 multiplied by 10 minus x. Correct? Because this is the total cost. This is the cost of white balls. This is the cost of red balls. Total cost of white balls plus red balls. Right? Let's divide both the sides. Okay, don't need to. 280 is equal to 30x plus 250 minus 25x. 280 minus this is equal to 5x. So x will come out to be 30 divided by 5, 6. This is what we had to find out. This was actually equal to number of white balls we assumed. Right? So here we have option C as the answer. Hope you're clear. Next, question number 14. It says either 8 men or 17 women can paint a house in 33 days. The number of days required to paint 3 such houses by 12 men and 24 women working at the same rate is, okay, either 8 men or 17 women. So that means the efficiency of both of them is equal. That means 8 men efficiency is equivalent to 17 women efficiency. Here we have 12 men, right? So 12 men will be equivalent to how many women? This is equal to 17 by 8 multiplied by 12. That means 51 by 12 women. And we already have 24 women, right? So that means here in the second case, 12 men plus 24 women. 12 men, 24 women is equal to 51 by 2 plus 24. That is equal to 99 by 2 women. Right? So now using the same law, that is the work done by in both the cases, right? So here the work done efficiency is equal to in the second case. That means M1 T1 upon W1 is equal to M2 T2 into upon W2. Number of men in the first case were 17, right? Multiplied by 33 upon 1 is equal to question number 14. It says either 8 men or 17 women can paint a house in 33 days. That means over here, this is the first case when the work done by 8 men is equivalent to work done by 17 women, and either of the pair takes 33 days to completely paint a house. This is the first thing, right? So according to the first one, 8 men are equivalent to 17 women. First thing. Secondly, the number of days required to paint 3 such houses. So we have, here is 1 house and here we have to paint 3 houses. And this time the labor will include 12 men and 24 women. Okay. So this is the second case. Let's go with the first one again. 8 men were equivalent to 17 women. That means 1 man is equivalent to 17 by 8 women. And here we are having 12 men. So 12 men will be equivalent to this much, which will be 51 by 2 women. Right. In the second case, we have 3 houses to paint. Plus, people involved are 12 men plus 24 women. 12 men were equivalent to 51 by 2 women. And here I have 24 women again, which is equal to 99 by 2 women, right? So In the second case, we have to find out the number of days in which this work will be done, right? So we'll be using our same formula that the work done in the first case is equal to work done in the second case. So according to that one, using the same thing, what we used to have is, let's see, work done was equal to M into D into H, where M is the number of men required, men or women required, D is the number of days, and H is the hours, right? We have to find out the number of days in this case, so I can write it down. Number of days is equal to W upon MD, correct? I'll be using the same thing over here. So according to the question, we have W1 upon M1 D1 is equal to W2 upon M2 D2, where 1 and 2, they represent the first and the second scenario respectively, right? So W1 first is like you had to paint one house. So it is 1. Number of men it required were 17. I will be taking women, right? So don't confuse the men with I'm taking saying them the wordings men. This is the number of people required. Since we are considering the whole thing, we have converted into the women thing. So I'll be taking the women here. So 17 women, number of days they took was 33. Second case, 3 houses to paint. Number of men, it was equal to 99 by 2. This is what we solved. And days I have to find out, right? Okay, there is a, sorry, here was, wait. Here it was supposed to be hours. Okay. Yeah. So now, and let's solve it further. D will be equal to 3 into 17 into 33 into 2 upon 99. So you will have 54. Sorry, 34. 34 days for 12 men and 24 women to complete the 3 houses paint. So it will take 34 days, right? Option C is the answer. Hope you're clear with this. So let's revise the question once again. We had 2 scenarios. This was the first one and this was the second one. In the first one, the work done by 8 men were equivalent to work done by 17 women. That means 12 men were equivalent to 51 by 2 women. In the second case, we were given that 12 men and 24 women, they work together. So that means if I'm taking the whole thing into the women, with respect to the women, so we will say that 12 men and 24 women are equivalent to 99 by 2 women. Right? Now, what we had to find out in the question, number of days when 12 men and 24 women work together to paint 3 houses. So in either case, see, this is H, work done in the first case upon manpower divided by number of days is equal to work done in the second case into the manpower into the number of days, right? So using the same thing, since it has said in the question, since it has said in the question, they are working at the same rate. So I can say W1 upon M1 into D1 is equal to W2 upon M2 into D2. Solving this, you will get the number of days as 34. So option C is the answer. Hope you're clear with this. Next is question number 15. It says the difference between simple and compound interest on a sum of money at 5% for 2 years, 100 rupees. The sum of the money must be. See, there's a particular formula for the difference between simple and the compound interest. You are given the rate as 5% time is 2 years. So the difference between compound and the simple interest will be taken up by the formula PR square upon 100 square. Right? So we just need to fill this is equal to 100 only. PR square upon 100 square. P I had to find out 100 into 100 into 100 divided by 5 into 5, this gives me the principal. So this is 20. This is 20, which gives me the principal as 40,000 rupees. Right? Simple as that. So do remember this formula for solving the question, because this type of formula will always, otherwise, if you're going to calculate the compound interest and then the simple interest and then finding the difference, it will take lots of time. This is an easy approach. Option C is the answer. Hope you're clear. Next is question number 16. It says if root of 2 is equal to this, then you have to find out the value of this expression. Easy. The expression is 2 root 2 plus root 2 plus 1 upon 2 plus root 2 plus 1 upon root 2 minus 2. So let's solve it. You will write this as 2 root 2 plus root 2. I'll combine this one and I can say this as root 2 plus 2 plus root 2 minus 2. This will be 2 root 2 plus root 2 plus. So this is something a plus b into a minus b, right? I'm not taking it further. I'll just say a square minus b square. And here you have root 2 minus 2 plus root 2 plus 2. They will cancel out. And over here you will have, this is 3 root 2 plus 2 root 2, and this is 2 minus 4, which gives you minus 2. They will cancel out and you will have 3 root 2 minus root 2, which gives you 2 root 2. Now it is very easy. Just fill in what is 2 root 2. This is equal to 1.4142. This is given, particularly this figure is given in the question. You have to pick it up as such. You can't take 1.414. You have to take it complete. So the answer will be 2.8284, which is option B. So here we have the correct answer to our problem. Hope you're clear. Next is question number 17. It says an alloy contains copper, zinc, nickel in this ratio. Quantity of nickel in kg must be added to 100 kg of this alloy to have the new ratio as 5:3:3 is. So first thing, the quantity of nickel in kg that must be added. I'll assume let the quantity of nickel is X kg, right? Also, we will assume let initial quantity of copper is 5Y, zinc is 3Y, and nickel is 2Y. Now it is said 200 kg of the alloy. So that means 5Y plus 3Y plus 2Y is equal to 100 kg. That means 10Y is equal to 100 or Y is equal to 10 kg. That means initially, how much copper was there? It was 50 kg. Zinc was 30 and nickel was 20 kg. Now, the question says you how much nickel should be added. We have assumed that X kg of the nickel is to be added, right? So, according to the question, new amount of nickel, (20 plus X), and new amount of alloy will be equal to 100 plus X, right? Also, according to question, the new ratio is given to us as 5:3:3. That means this 3 is the ratio of new nickel in the new alloy. Thus, according to the question, 20 plus X upon 100 plus X is equal to 3 upon 5 plus 3 plus 3, because this is the whole ratio, the sum of the ratio of the alloy. So 20 plus X into 11 is equal to 3 into 100 plus x. This gives you 220 plus 11x is equal to 300 plus 3x. 8x is equal to 80 or x is equal to 10 kg. So that means 10 kg of the alloy. This x comes out to be 10 kg. How much nickel should be added? 10 kg of nickel should be added to make the new ratio as 5:3:3. So option B is the correct answer. Hope you are clear. Next is question number 18. It says you the ratio of the ages of Ram and Rahim 10 years ago was 1:3. The ratio of their ages 5 years hence will be 2:3. What is the ratio of their present ages? All right. First of all, we'll assume let the ages of Ram will be 10 years ago. This is 10 years ago. Ten years ago will be X, then that of Rahim will be 3X. Because the ratio is 1:3. And it says the ratio of their age is 5 years hence. That is after 15 years. After this is 10 years, 5 years hence. This is their current age. This one is their ages 10 years ago, and this one is their ages 5 years ago, right? So after further 5 years, what will be Ram's age? X plus 15. And what will be Rahim's age? 3x plus 15. It is said that their ratio of ages will be 2:3. Let's do the cross multiplication. 3x plus 45 is equal to 6x plus 30, which gives you 15 is equal to 3x, or x is equal to 5 years. Right? This is the age of Ram before 10 years. Correct? So the ratio of their present ages. Present. This is the age before, or you can say 10 years ago. So present age of Ram will be 5 plus 10, that is equal to 15 years. Present age of Rahim will be 3 into 5 plus 10, that is equal to 25 years, right? What we had to find out in the question? The ratio of their present ages. Ratio of present ages is this, that is 3:5. So this is the answer. Right? We have option B as the correct answer to the problem. Hope you are clear. Let's move to the next question, number 18. 19 now. All right. So now we are having now we are having some mental ability question. So directions from 19 to 21. In each of the following questions, select the related letter, word, figure, number from the given alternatives. So there is a relationship between microphone and loud. The same relationship exists between microscope and which of the following words? Elongate, investigate, magnify, or examine. See, microphone makes sound louder. This is the one. Microphone makes the sound louder. Similarly, microscope makes the object bigger. Makes object bigger. Or you can say magnified. Right? So what is the correct word? It is option C, magnified. Hope you're clear. Next, question number 20. So, okay, the same thing. There is some relationship between sound and medium. The same relationship exists between light and what? See, you know one thing, sound needs a medium to travel. But light If we see sound and this, sound needs a medium to travel, but if you see light, it can travel in vacuum. Light can travel in vacuum. Light can travel in air, vacuum, water, glass, like everything. Sound needs a medium to travel, whereas light needs a vacuum. Vacuum also, light can also travel in vacuum. So this is the correct answer. Option B. Question number 20. In each of the following questions, you have to select a letter, word, figure, number from the given alternatives. So this is sound medium. Light is related to what? See, sound is related to medium as sound needs a medium to travel. You know this thing. Sound needs a medium to travel, whereas this is not the case with light. Light can travel in vacuum also, where there is no air even present, even there is no air present, even in vacuum. So light does not need a medium to travel. Here we have option B as the correct answer. Hope you're clear. Next question number 21. Same thing, you have to find out the words democracy and India, they are related in some way. The same way, communism is related to which country? France, China, Britain, or America? See, you know, India is a democratic country. That means the government of India is a government which is by the people, for the people, of the people. Whereas communism is followed in China. This is the type of governance which is followed in China. So, option B is the correct answer to the problem. If we talk about communism, it means a political system in which the state owns, controls all the factories, farms, services, etc., and aims to treat people equally. So basically, everything, all the factories, farm services, they are under the control of the state government. Let's move to the next question, number 22. Yeah. So, all right. In the following figure, rectangle represents opticians, circle represents art critics, triangle represents riders, square represents boxes. Which set letter represents art critics who are not riders? So let's go with this one. Question number 22, it says, in the following figure, rectangle represents opticians, circle represents art critics, triangle represents riders, square represents boxes. Let's write it down. So first thing, you have the rectangle represents opticians, triangles represent riders, squares represent boxes, and circle represent art critics. These are the things which they are representing. What we are asking the question is, which set of letters represent art critics who are not writers? So that means you have, this represents circle and writers represent triangles. So from circles, you have to subtract the triangles, basically that. Let's zoom the figure. So from the circle, if I'm subtracting the ones which are in the triangle, I have B, I have L, I have E and F. So B, L, E, F. These are the letters which are art critics. That means they are in the circle, but they are not in the triangles. That means they are not the writers. So here we have option A as the answer. Hope you're clear with this. Next is question number 23. So, okay, now it is saying you school is related to education. Similarly, which pair represents the same type of relationship as the school and education? You know, one thing, we get education in school. You go to school to get the education. Similarly, you go to a hospital to get the treatment, right? So here we have option B as the answer. If you look at the other options, scalpel, this is a tool which is basically used by the doctors, sharp tool which is used by the doctors. So scalpel and teacher, they are not related. Teacher, school. Teacher teaches in school. This is not related. Class, a college. Classes are there. Classical are the physical things which are there in the college. So even this is not the correct relationship. Option B is the correct one. Hope you are clear. Next is question number 24. So 5 is to 125. The same way 7 is related to what? So you see one thing, 5 cube is equal to 175. Similarly, if I'm taking the 7 cube, this is equal to 343. So pretty easy one. I have option A as the answer. Right. Next is question number 25. So here you have directions for question 25 and 26 in the following question. Select the one which is different from the other three responses. Okay, so you have the four options. You have to find out the odd one out. Right. Let's go. First one is daring and timid. Daring means the one who is very daring, or you can say doesn't get frightened easily. Whereas timid is the one who gets frightened easily. Beautiful, 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 pretty. They are the same things. And they are the synonyms. They are the antonyms. So clear and vague. Clear when something is clear to you. Vague is when something is not clear. So again, we have the antonyms. Youth, when you are young, like in your teenage or your early 20s. Adults, youth is like in your teenage. Basically, adults are the grown-up youth. So again, they are the antonyms. Only option B is the one which is representing the synonyms. Rest A, C, and D, they are representing the antonyms. So option B is the correct answer to the problem. Hope you're clear. Let's move to the next question. Question number 26. It says in the following question, you have to select the one which is different from the other three responses. Options are fish, shoal, cow, herd, sheep, flock, man, mob. If I'm looking, a group of fish is called shoal, a group of cow is called herd, a group of sheep is called flock. Whereas what is mob? Mob is a large crowd of people that may become violent. All right. So in all the pairs, the second one is this collective group of the first, shoal, herd, flock. Whereas the mob is a large crowd of people that may become violent. So this is the odd one out. Option D. Hope you're clear. Next is question number 27. So here you have the directions for question number 27 to 29. In the following questions, you have to find the odd word, letter, number from the given alternatives. Alternatives are rival, opponent, foe, or ally. First is rival. What is a rival? A person competing with you. Opponent is a person who plays against someone. Foe is a person who supports, foe is a person who is your enemy. Ally is a person who stands or supports you, stands for you, or supports you when others are against you. All right. So looking at this one, What is different? Rival, opponent, foe. They have almost the same meanings. Ellie is the one which is odd one out. So option D is our answer. Hope you're clear. Next is question number 28. So again, you have to find out the odd one out. POCGKLIZBUDXFQMV. Looking at all the four alternatives, I can't see any meaningful word they are forming. But there is one thing. A, B, C. They all have vowels in them. D is the one which does not have any vowels. So this is the odd one out, and option D is our answer. All right. Next question number 29. Farmer, blacksmith, cobbler, helper. So farmer, blacksmith, cobbler, they are particular professionals. They have a particular, they possess a particular profession. Like farmer, farmer goes in the fields to grow the crops. Blacksmith, cobbler, they have their particular professions. But helper may be of any profession. Helper may be of any profession. So we have option D as our answer. Hope you're clear. Let's move to the next question. Question number 30. Which one of the following diagrams represent the correct relationship among professor, male and female? So different rectangles are representing different relationship. Here is a male. This represents a female, right? They are different. They're separate entities. And professor may be a male, may be a female. So this one represents professor. Right. So that means we have option A as our answer, because this is not the correct representation. Even this, none is the correct representation. Only option A is the correct one. Let's move to the next question, 31. A's birthday is on Friday, 30 June. Find the day of the week on which B's birthday in the same year if B was born on 15 November. So first thing, according to the question, like, how many days are there in June? 30. July, 31, August, September, October, November. August has 31. This has 30 days, then 31 days. And November, because we are talking about the 15th of November, I'll only consider 15 days for November. Right. So June is done. The birthday was on Friday, 30 June. So I will consider no days from the June, because we are already on the end of the month of June. So how many total days are there? That is 31 plus 31 plus 30 plus 31 plus 15, which gives you a total of 138 days. So if I'm looking at this, how many weeks are there? 138 divided by 7. This gives me 19 weeks plus 5 days. So I will ignore the weeks, right? Because if I'm looking at the week cycle, that means 5 days before, like after exactly 19 weeks from 30 June, there will be Friday only. Hence, B's birthday was on 5 days later than A's birthday, if I'm ignoring the weeks in between, right? B's birthday was on 5 days later of A's birthday. So 5 days later than Friday. See, you have Friday over here. 5 days later. This is Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So this is the day of 15th November. 15th November falls to be on Wednesday. So option B is the correct answer for the question. Hope you are clear with this. Next question number 32. It says a piece of paper is folded and cut. From the following figure, indicate how the paper will look when opened. Okay, so you are having this cut. Let's zoom the figure a bit. So first thing, you fold the paper in this direction and then you fold it this and then you make some cuts like this. When you will unfold this paper, how will it look like? See, look at it carefully. It will look something like this, right? And same way you will have it over here, here, and like this, right? If you will open it, it will look something like this. That means you don't have option A as the answer, not option B, and not this. We have option C as the correct answer. Hope this is clear. Next is question number 33. Which answer figure will complete the pattern which is given in this figure? All right, let's look at this one. Let's zoom it again. Okay, so here we have. Let's zoom it further. So if you are zooming it, it's very much clear what figure will be the next one. See, you will have this thing, right? And this will complete and this, right? So this is the pattern that has to be made and this matches exactly with option C. So we got our answer as option C. Hope this is clear to you. Next is question number 34. Which one of the following diagram represents a correct relationship between pink, blue, and fruit? So pink, blue, and fruit, which one of the A, B, C, on D option represents this one? Now, if I'm looking at this one, okay, here is pink and here is blue. There is no relationship between them. Pink and blue, no relationship, but a fruit may be pink or it may be blue. So this represents a fruit, which may be pink or blue. So we have option D as our answer. Hope this is clear to you. Let's move to the next question, number 35. Which one of the following diagram represents a correct relationship among brain, cerebrum, liver, and human body? If you look at this, this is the human body. Let's make it a bigger one. This represents human body. And you know liver. This is human body. And you know liver is a part of human body. Then I have brain. Brain is another organ of human body. And cerebrum is a part of the brain. So this is the correct Venn diagram which represents these four entities: brain, cerebrum, liver, and human body. And we have option D as our answer. Hope this is clear. Next is question number 36. Which figure completes the statement? So look at this one carefully. So if you look at the figures very closely, this is the first and the third one. Let's merge both of them. If you merge both of them, if you will pick up this one and just superimpose both the figures, what you will get? I'm zooming it so that you can have a clear picture. So let's look at this one. If you will keep it over here, you will get like this. Just right. You will get it something like this. Okay, my drawing is not so good. So this particular one shape will come over here. This is fully white. And this one, the empty square box will come over here. One more thing. This shape and this shape, they are superimposing each other. So this has vanished at this place. The only difference is this. Hope this is clear. Look at this one carefully now. So just superimpose these two images. You will get this image. Also this square, which is like they are superimposing exactly each other, this will vanish in the second figure. Let's see the second line also. If I'm looking at the second line, so if I merge these two figures, what you will get is this one. This square and this square, they were exactly the same, superimposing each other, they will vanish. Okay. So first figure plus third figure gives you the second figure. Minus common figure. Right? So that means if I'm having this one, what will be the figure in this place? There will be a oval over here, an empty square box over here. That's it. Nothing more will be there, right? Which matches exactly with, let's check, option A. So this is our answer. Hope you are clear with this. Next is question number 38. Replace question mark by the appropriate figure from the given options. So let's look at them again carefully by zooming our pic a bit. So if you look at that, now look at them. This figure and the fourth one, they are the same one. Similar figures reappear in every fourth step, but it rotates through 90-degree anti-clockwise. First to fourth figure are similar with 90-degree anti-clockwise rotation, right? So that means what will come over here? I have to wait. I have to erase everything. Okay. I will rewrite similar figure reappears in every fourth step, and each time a figure reappears, it rotates through 90-degree anti-clockwise. Okay, this is anti-clockwise. So that means what will come over here? This figure after 90-degree clockwise, anti-clockwise rotation will appear over here. And when this figure will rotate 90-degree anti-clockwise, how will it look? I'll make it over here. This will be an inverted rectangle, right? Like this. And this after anti-clockwise rotation, 90-degree, will look something like this. Right? And this one is option C. So we have option C as our answer. Hope you're clear. Let's move to question number 39. Which answer figure will complete the figure? Let's again zoom to complete it. Let's go. So first of all, let's complete the triangle. Okay. Here I have completed the triangle. Then draw this line, right? And then you have to complete this line. And then this line. I think the figure is complete now, right? Yeah. So now let's check. It matches exactly with, there is one more thing. This line is missing. Yes, this line. Now it's complete. Now let's check. Let's zoom out. Zoom in, sorry. So this one that I have drawn, it matches with not D. No. This one, no, again. No, this part is not there. So this is not there. Yes, it exactly matches with option A. Hope you're clear with this. Let's move to the next question, number 40 then. Which answer figure will complete the figure? So again, let's zoom it out and complete. So Here we have this, this, and let's complete the square over here and this. Right? So let's check. It matches exactly with option no. Yes, this one. These two are incorrect. So it matches with option B. Hope you're clear. Next question number 41. So question figure, you have to find out what will come at the place of the question mark. So there are two things actually. Sorry. There are two things actually which are moving. Let's see. First thing is this solid square, right? You see each time the solid square is moving in the clockwise direction, 45-degree clockwise direction. This one, it rotates 45-degree clockwise. And then you have these two circles. One is I have to raise it whole. Okay, so first thing, this 45-degree clockwise rotation. And then you have two circles. One is a solid circle and one is look at these two circles. This circle and this circle. These circles are moving 45-degree anti-clockwise direction in every step. This and this circle, 45-degree anti-clockwise direction rotation. Right? So looking at that thing, what will come as your figure? So this is the one. The next one figure will be also the squares are moving. Okay, the square is moving 45-degree. So next time the square, this big one, next time it will come in this orientation. And this particular solid square, this will come at this position over here. And hollow circle will come at this position. And the solid one will come here. So this is our answer figure. Let's check. This answer figure matches exactly with option C. So this is our answer. Hope you're clear. Next, question number 42. So this is the question figure. You have to find out what will be the answer figure. Let's zoom it. So see, this is a hexagon, right? Six-sided figure. This is a hexagon. So hexagon is not, it's there. The hexagon is as such. So let's draw the hexagon as such. Next, let's completely draw. So this is the hexagon. Now look at the dot. If you look at the dot, this is here, and then leaving one box, it comes here. Then leaving two boxes, it comes here. Then leaving three boxes, if it's over here, then leaving three boxes, that is, it was initially here, and 1, 2, 3, it comes at this position. Now it will leave four boxes, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will come at this position. I'm repeating the whole question again. See. So the basic hexagon figure is not being altered. The only thing is the dot is moving. So in the first case, it has shifted by one box and it came over here. The next one, it shifted two boxes and it came over here. Now it shifted three boxes and it came over here. Next time it will shift four boxes. And the final figure will be something like this. Hope this is clear. And it matches exactly with option D. Hope this is clear. Next is question number 43. So, okay, now there is a rose. Let's look at the one. So first thing is the rose is moving 45-degree clockwise. Right? Second, one petal is added at bottom. is added, right? So that means the final position of this rose flower will be facing downwards, which is actually in every case. Now look at the petals. Here are two, here are three, here are four. So here's got to be five petals. So five petals are in A and C. But bottom, it is the petal is added at the bottom. Therefore, option C is the correct one. Hope this is clear. So we have option C as the correct answer. Hope this is clear to you. Next is question number 44. So there is a figure. There's some relationship exists between these two figures. The same relationship exists between these two figures. You have to find out what will come at the place of question mark, right? So if you look at this and this figure, nothing, but you have a 90-degree clockwise rotation. From here to here, you have 90-degree clockwise rotation. That means the same thing is applicable over here. So if you will rotate this figure 90-degree clockwise direction, you will have option A as the answer. Simple as that, right? So we have option A as the answer to our problem. Next is question number 45. So same thing, there is a relationship between these two figures. The same relationship exists between these two figures as well. You have to find it out. So if you look at these two figures carefully, this is inside and this one, this rhombus inside and this is outside. Next one, they have interchanged their positions. Rhombus becomes outside and this comes inside. Same thing will happen in this case. So you have this figure and there is a pentagon in the shape of arrow over here. That means you will have a pentagon over here and this shape will come like this, right? So it matches exactly with D. Hope this is clear. So here we have option D as our answer. Let's move to the next question, number 46. So you have a smiley face in the first two cases. The same relation, like there is a relationship, the same relationship exists over here. You have to find out the relationship in the, you have to find out what will come at the place of the question mark. Let's zoom it a bit. Okay, so look at these two figures. So there is no difference in the two figures, only look at the position of the eyes. The eyes are looking towards the left in this case, and in this case, the eyes are looking towards the right. Similarly, in this figure, the eyes are looking down. That means over here, the eyes are looking up over here. And in this case, the eyes will look down. Correct? So where are the eyes looking down? Not this one, not this one, not this one. Eyes are looking down in option D. So we got our answer as option D. Hope you're clear. Let's move to the next question, number 47. Okay, so now you have some statement. Let's read out the statement. First one is all shirts are skirts. So let's make the Venn diagram. Here are the shirts. All shirts are skirts. So this represents skirts, right? Next is no skirt is a top. So if I'm saying this is a top, no skirt is a top, right? Next, all tops are kurtas. So here you have kurtas. Okay. So let's move towards this conclusion. Conclusion, first one is all shirts are kurtas. Is that true? All shirts are kurtas? No, this is false. If you look at the Venn diagram, this is false. Next is some kurtas are skirts. Some kurtas are skirts. Again, this is a false one. So that means both the conclusions are false one. And here in all the like following questions from question number 47 to 48, there are certain instructions. What are those? That option A says only conclusion 1 is true. Option B is only conclusion 2 is true. C is either 1 or 2 conclusion is true. D is neither 1 or 2 conclusion is true. So in our case, both the conclusions were false. So we have option D as our answer. Hope this is clear. Next is question number 48. So same thing. Okay, right. A, B, C, D, 4 options says A says only conclusion 1 is true. B says only conclusion 2 is true. C says either 1 or 2 are true, or D says none of them is true. Right. So let's read this one. All September are October. All September are October. Next, no October is November. So no October is November. That means if I'm saying this one is November, no October is November. No November is December. So here is December now. No November is December. Let's read the first conclusion. It says some September are not November. Some September? No. All Septembers are not November. So this is false. No October is December. No October is December. This one is again false. Why is that so? Because the relationship of November and December is said that no November is December, but nothing is told about October and December relationship. So this statement is false. That means both the statements are false and option D is the correct answer. Next is question number 49. You have to find out the alternative figure which contains X in as its part. So let's look at the figure closely. Let's zoom it out. Okay, so let's look at the figure. If I'm looking, this particular part is not available over here. This is wrong. There's a curved portion in this region which is not available here. This is available over here, this portion, but if you look at the downward curved part, this is not available over here. But fourth figure is having this curved as well as this curved part. That means we have option 4 as our answer. That is option D. Right? Hope you're clear with this. Next is question number 50. You have to find out X is a part of which of the 4 figures now. So again, we will zoom it to check it is a part of which figure. Okay, let's go. So if you look at this part, this, then a straight line, then this, straight line over here again, and then this one. So this portion is not available over here. This is wrong. Okay, see, look at this one carefully, very carefully. If you're observing this figure, yeah. Okay, so look at this one, this part, then you have this. Yes, this is a part of option 2, but option 3, no part. Even over here, this is not a part because this thing is missing, right? We have option B as the correct answer. Hope you're clear again. Next is question number 51. 51 question to 53 question, they have certain instructions. So question number 51 till 53. Out of the 4 alternatives, you have to choose the one which best expresses the meaning of the given word. So the given word is poltroon, and you have to find out of these 4 options, which is the one which is expressing the correct meaning of the word. First word is poltroon. Poltroon means having or showing. having or showing a shameful lack of courage. The first option is pusillanimous. It means, again, the same thing, showing a lack of courage or determination or timid, you can say. Having or showing a lack of courage or determination. Then is the word gallant. Gallant means, okay, the next one is gutsy, the gallant. Question number 51. So there is a direction actually which is not visible over here from question number 51 to 53. Out of the four alternatives, you have to choose the one which is best expressing the meaning of the given word. Like over here, the given word is poltroon. And you have to find out option A, B, C, D, which describes best the meaning of the given word. Let's go with it. So the very first one, we have the word as poltroon. Poltroon means, let's look at the meaning. Having or showing a shameful lack of courage. Then is the word, first option is pusillanimous, pusillanimous. It means showing a lack of courage again. Or determination. Then is the word gallant. Gallant means brave. Gutsy again means showing courage, and wearied means get tired of something. You have to look at the one which is showing the exact meaning. So these two words, they have exactly the same meaning. Therefore, option A stands to be our correct answer. Hope you're clear with this. Let's move to the next question, number 52. Again, the same rule is there. You have to find out the word out of the given options which best describes the word rostrum. So the given word is rostrum, means a level, usually raised surface. First option is a guardian. You know, the guardian is a person or an institution, a person or institution that guards someone or something, right? Then is the word podium. It means a small platform on which a person may stand to be seen by audience. There is a word which is device. You know, device is an equipment that is meant for a particular use. Scheme, a clever plan to do something. So you have to find out the synonym of the word rostrum, which obviously is podium, a small platform on which a person may stand to be seen by the audience. So option B is the correct answer. Hope you are clear. Next is question number 53. So next the word is prorogue. Options are adjourn, convene, rally, or continue. So let's look at the meaning of all the words. First is prorogue. It means to bring a formal close for a period of time. To bring to a formal close for a period of time. The very first word is adjourn. It means to break off a meeting or a legal case with the intention of resuming it later. To break off an event that will be continued later, right? Then is the word convene, which means come or bring together, come or bring together for a meeting or activity. Really, it means a large public meeting to support a political idea. To support a political idea. To continue is to do something without stopping. To do something without stopping. You have to find out the synonym of this word, which obviously is adjourn. Both have the same meaning. So option A is the correct answer. Hope you're clear with this. Let's move to the next question, number 54. Now there are certain instructions for question number 54 to 56. In the following questions, you have to choose the word which is having the opposite meaning to the given word. So this is the word, and you have to find out of these four options which is going to be the opposite meaning. So the given word is lucre. It means monetary gain. Then is the word debt. It means a sum of money that is owed. Then elegance. Elegance means having an attractive style. Outlaw means a person that has broken the law. A person that has broken the law. Then is the word sissy. Is a person regarded as coward. So you have to find out the antonym of the given word, that is lucre, monetary gains. The opposite meaning is debt. That's a sum of money which is due that someone has to pay someone. So option A is the correct answer. Hope you're clear. Next is question number 55. The given word is rabble, and these are the options. Rabble means a mob or disorderly crowd. The options are, the first one is rag. Rag is a small cloth that is meant for cleaning. For cleaning. Then is the word nobility. It means quality of being noble. In character or integrity. Then is scanty. It means too small in size. Then is the word sanction. This is the official permission to do or change something. Right? You have to find out the antonym of the given word rabble, which means a mob or a disorderly crowd which are being violent. And obviously, the opposite meaning word is nobility, which are the people which are noble in nature. So option B is the correct answer. Next is question number 56. So the given word is courtray. Options are loner, socialize, elite, and indecent. So let's look at the meaning. This word means a small group of people with shared interests or tastes. Then is the word loner, which means a person that prefers to stay alone. A person who prefers not to associate with others. Then is socialize. It means to meet people, to enjoy oneself. Then is the word elite, a group of people that are superior, group of people who are superior to other group of people in the society. Then is the word indecent, means inappropriate behavior. So you have to find out the antonym of the word coterie, which means a small group of people with shared interest. Opposite meaning word is loner. Option A. Hope you're clear. Next is question number 57. Okay. So now for question number 57 to 60, here are the instructions. Some part of the sentence may have error. You have to find the part of the sentence that has an error, and appropriate selection option has to be chosen. If the sentence does not contain any error, you can simply say no option, no error is there. Okay, so let's read the first one. So remember, this is for question number 57 to 60. Okay, let's read. It was being hard to believe A, that my brother could be B, involved in anything so sinister. C, sorry, this is the A part. It was being hard to believe. This is the A part. It was being hard to believe. This is A part. That my brother could be B part, involved in anything so sinister. C part, or it is having no error. That is the D part. Okay. So over here, the answer is it was being hard to believe. Being should be removed over here because two forms of be in a complement should not be used. It was hard to believe that my brother could be involved in anything so sinister. Okay, so option A is the correct answer because this is the part of the sentence which contains an error. The sentence is supposed to be without the word being. Next is question number 58. The average age at which A, people die of heart diseases, B, are decreasing, C, or this contain no error, that is option D. Okay, let's read it. When we talk about age, and if we need to talk about the context relating to lessening, then we use the word reduce instead of decreasing. So the average age at which people die of heart diseases is reducing. It should be instead of decreasing, it should be is reducing. So C is the part of the sentence that contains error. Right? Next, question number 59. Hardly had I stepped A out of my house when B, I saw them coming towards my house. C, or this contains no error. So let's read it again. Hardly had I stepped out of my house when I saw them coming towards my house. This part of the sentence, this whole sentence does not contain any error. So it's absolutely correct. Option D is the correct answer. This sentence does not contain any error. Right? Next is question number 60. It says the last Mughal emperor was A, sent into exile, B, by the British, C, or it contains no error. When I'm reading the sentence, as the sentence, this is in passive. And in passive voice, structured sentences, we use be with third form of the verb. And third form of the verb send is sent. So here should be sent. The last Mughal emperor was sent into exile by the British. So B part contains error. Hope you're clear. Let's move to the next question, number 61. So over here, you are having from question 61 to 63, you have these instructions. Read the passage carefully and choose the best answer to each question out of the four alternatives. Okay, let's read it. First one is modern medicine is primarily concerned with. Question number 61. So 61 to 63 questions, you have to read the passage carefully and choose the best answer to each question out of the four alternatives. Let's read the paragraph. It says, in the world have we made health an end in itself? We have forgotten that health is really a means to enable a person to do his work and do it well. A lot of modern medicine is concerned with promotion of good health. Many patients as well as many physicians pay very little attention to health, but very much attention to health makes some people imagine that they are ill. Our great concern with health is shown by the medical columns in newspaper, the health articles in popular magazines, and popularity of the TV program and all the books on medicines. We talk about health all the time. Yet, for the most only result is more people with imaginary illness. The healthy man should not be wasting any time talking about health. He should be using health for work, the work he does, and the work that good health makes possible. So, using this paragraph, let's try to answer this question. Modern medicine is primarily concerned with promotion of good health, people suffering from imaginary illness, people suffering from real illness, or option D, increased efficiency in work. So if I'm reading this paragraph, let's look over here. A lot of modern medicine is concerned with the promotion of good health. So we have option E as our answer. Next is question number 62. Same paragraph will be there, and the question is, a healthy man should be concerned with his work, which good health makes possible, or looking after his health, or his health, which makes work possible, or talking about health. If I'm referring to this paragraph, let's read the paragraph. It says, the healthy man should not be, it's over here. Yeah. The healthy man should not be wasting any time talking about health. He should be using his health for work. So his health, which good health, a healthy man should be concerned with his work, which good health makes possible. So we have again option A as the answer. Question number 63 is the next one. It is asking you, our great concern with health is shown by free medicine distribution hospitals, free education to medical students, taking yoga classes, or the health article in popular magazines. So let's go to paragraph back again. It is saying you are great concern with health is shown by the medical columns in the newspaper. So our great concern with health is shown by option D, the health article in the popular magazines. This is the correct answer to our problem. Hope you're clear with this. So these are the three questions from this paragraph. We are done with all of them. Let's move to the next one now. So question number 64 to 67. In the following question, four alternatives for the idioms or the phrases are given. You have to choose the one which best expresses the meaning of them. Let's read the question number 64. So you have brain sauce. Options are foolish wisdom, mentally ill, or head full of thoughts. Well, brain sauce means wisdom. It simply means wisdom. When we're talking about the brain sauce, that means we are referring to the wisdom of that person. So here we have option B as the answer. Next is question number 65. That is the lynch law. What does the lynch law says? Law imposed by the government? No. Law of the mob. Well, yes, this is the law of the mob. Well, when I'm talking about the lynch law refers to a self-constituted court that imposes sentence on a person without due process of law. So, lynch law is actually referring to the law of the mob. Lynching, what is lynching if I'm talking about? It's a form of violence in which a mob, under the pretext of administering justice without trial, executes a presumed offender, often after inflicting torture or mutilation. So, option B, that is lynch law, refers to the law of the mob. This is the correct answer. Next, question number 66. So in question number 66, we have the word that is globetrotters. Globetrotters means traveling around the world. Well, yes, this is the first one and this is the appropriate one. Globetrotters means traveling around the world. Sick people in hospital? No. The people living in asylum? No. World champions? No. Traveling globetrotters are the people who travel around the world. So option A is the correct answer. Next is question number 67. Dole out. Dole out, allocate, be effective, turn up, or mismanage. What do you mean by dole out? Dole something out means to give out an amount of, to give out an amount of food or money. So looking at that one, be effective, turn up, mismanage are the wrong ones. Allocate is the correct answer for the word dole out. Hope you're clear. Next is question number 68. Again, we are having a paragraph. Now there are certain blanks, 68 to 70. We are having 3 blanks over here and you have to find out what will come in the place of the question mark. Let's go with this. So it is reading you, some scholars, while exploring the forests of America, discovered some buildings that were in ruins. These buildings were reasonably, surely, apparently, or perfectly ruined by encroaching forest. So which of these 4 options is the correct fit? The word reasonably means a fair way or correct way or a sensible way, to be more precise. Surely, when you are sure or everything is confirmed to be true. Apparently, it means according to what people say or to how something appears, but perhaps not true. Then is the word perfectly, which means absolutely sure or absolutely without any error. So let's read. Some scholars, while exploring the forests of America, discovered some buildings were in ruins. These buildings were apparently, sorry, the spellings were incorrect. Wait. Ruined by encroaching forest. So option C is the correct answer for this question. Next is question number 69. So you have to fill in. They were remnants of dash civilization, great civilization, invisible civilization, static or ordinary civilization. See, we are talking about today what the remnants of dash civilization. Of course, it's got to be great. Invisible is something which you can't see, static, which does not change. It's very stationary, ordinary. You know the meaning of these words. So here, great is the correct fill. Option A. Next question number 70. So it says the scholars got interested. They excavated more and discovered dash to their utmost surprise the remains of flourishing civilization, the Mayas, as they named it. So the scholars got interested. They excavated more and discovered to their utmost surprise, at their utmost, for their utmost, by their utmost. No, the most appropriate preposition to fill over here is to. So option D is the correct answer. Let's move to next question number 71. So from question number 71 to 75, the sentences are given with blanks that had to be filled with the proper alternative out of the four which are given to us. Let's go with this. So the very first one, grandmother has a great memory. She can remember things which dash many years ago, had happened many years ago, have happened, happened, or happens to be. So here we are having subject plus the second form of the verb plus object, right? Plus ago. So that means over here, we will be having grandmother has a good memory. She can remember things which had happened. No, I will not use that. Have is, of course, have is a, like, it's not talking about the past one. So it happened, which happened because this is the second form of the verb, right? Subject plus the second form of the verb. This has got to be option C. Question number 72 is the next one. It says, I dash her among the crowd just now. I have glimpsed, I had glimpsed, I have been glimpsing, or I glimpsed. When just now, over here, just now means a very short time ago, like just now. It takes past form of the verb. That is, we will just use the second form of the verb, nothing more than that. So I glimpsed her, I glimpsed her among the crowd just now. Option D is the correct answer for this question. Next is question number 73. Lost time is dash again, and what we call time enough always proves little enough. Options are found never, find never, never found, never been found. So whenever we use the words never, seldom, always, they are used before the main verb. Used before the main verb. Also, the sentence is in passive voice. Right? Hence, we will have lost time is never found again. And what we call time enough always proves little enough. So we have option C as the correct answer. Next is question number 74. To such a degree, dash, that people rebuked him. So options are, he made a noise. To such a degree, he made a noise. To such a degree, did he make a noise? To such a degree, he had made a noise. Or to such a degree, did he make noise? So, see, whenever we are having sentences that are beginning with to such a point or to such a degree, something like that, to such a point or to such a degree, like this sentence, to such an extent, they take inversion form. That is, to such a degree plus the auxiliary plus subject plus the main verb. Okay. So over here, moreover, we are having, we'll have to such a degree. Did he make a noise? That people rebuked him, right? So make a noise is the correct idiom expression that we can use, not make noise. So we have option this one B as the correct answer. Next is question number 75. I'm going to adopt her as dash as Julie and I get married. So I'm going to adopt her as sooner, as quickly, as earlier, or as soon. So obviously, when I'm reading, I'm sure of the sentence, like what will come in the blank. Soon means a short time after then. That is when I'm just talking about, like, this will happen a very short time after that. When I'm talking about sooner, no, it's a comparison. I'm going to adopt her as sooner. No. As sooner is nothing. As quickly as, no. Earlier. When I'm talking about early, early means near the beginning of the period of the time we are talking about. Early does not make the correct word which should be filled in the blank. So the word that should be filled in the blank is soon. I'm going to adopt her as soon as Julie I get married. Right? So we have option D as answer to this problem. Next is question number 76. Okay, so over here it's saying in 4 into 100 meter race, which nation holds the record? Is it Nigeria, USA, Kenya, or Jamaica? Well, 4 into 100 meter race, it's Jamaica that is holding a record. So option D is the correct answer for the problem. Next is question number 77. Which continent has the largest coastline? Asia, North America, South America, or Africa? Well, before discussing the answer, if I'm talking about Asia, Asia is the largest continent that stretches from Eastern Mediterranean Sea to the Western Pacific Ocean. There are more than 40 countries in Asia. Some are among the most populated countries in the world, like China, India, Indonesia. So, which continent has the largest coastline? It's Asia, option A. Next is question number 78. Which game is Geet Sethi associated with? Squash, table tennis, billiards, or golf? Well, Geet Sethi is associated with billiards. Geet Sethi born on 17 April 1961 is an Indian professional player of English billiards. Professional player of English billiards who dominated the sport throughout much of 1990s. So we have option C as the answer to this problem. Next is question number 79. In which state of India Thanta dance is related? Is it Meghalaya, Manipur, Assam, or Sikkim? Well, Thanta dance is an ancient Manipuri martial art developed from war environment of Manipur and created by Metis. This is also known as Yue Long, which means the art of sword and the spear. The art developed from the war environment of Manipur. So, no doubts, we have option B as the answer to this question. Hope you are clear with this. Let's move to the next question. Question number 80. When our constitution was adopted? 26 November 1949, 26 January 1949, 26 January 1950, or 26 November 1950? Well, the Republic is governed in terms of Constitution of India, which was adopted by the Constituent Assembly on 26 November 1949. And it came into force on 26 January 1950. It came into force on 26 Jan 1950, but it was adopted on 26 January 1949. The Constitution provides for parliamentary form of government, which is federal in structure with certain unitary features. So we have option A as the answer to our question. Let's move to the next question. Hope you are clear with this. Question number 81. The hardest substance on earth is iron, silver, diamond, or lead? Well, I hope you know the answer very well. Yes, it is diamond. Diamond is hardest naturally occurring substance on earth. Diamonds also bend and reflect light, bend and reflect light and break it up into colors of rainbow. Which is what gives them their sparkle. That is why they sparkle. That is why they sparkle. So this is the hardest substance on earth. Option C, diamond. Hope you are clear with this. Next is question number 82. It says the language of Ashoka's inscription is Sanskrit, Tamil, Prakrit, or Parthian. Well, the inscriptions were composed in Prakrit language. In Magadhi, the dialect of Prakrit in Magadha, and written in Brahmi script. Throughout the greater part of the empire. Throughout the greater part of the empire. So we have option C as the answer to this question. Hope you are clear. Let's move to the next question number 83. Who was awarded first Bharat Ratna? Is it M. Visvevarya, Sarvapalli Radhakrishna, Govind Vallabh Pant, or Rajendra Prasad? Well, the answer to the question is Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan. This is the correct answer. Well, C. Raja Gopalchari, S.R. that is Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, C.V. Raman were awarded the Bharat Ratna Award in the year 1954 after the effect of the Constitution. So they were awarded out of these four options. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan was the one who was awarded the first Bharat Ratna. Option B is the correct answer to this question. Next is question number 84. The first modern Olympic held where and which city? Is it France, Britain, Cuba, or Greece? Well, the first modern Olympic were held in 1896 and it was played in Athens, Greece. This is the country in, this city was the first where the first modern Olympic were held. Option D is the correct answer to this question. Let's move to the next question, number 85. Oldest mountain range in India is Himalaya or Aravalli, Satpura, or Nilgiri? Well, the correct answer to the question is option B, Aravalli. The Aravalli range is the oldest range of fold mountains. Oldest range of fold mountains in India. The estimated age of Aravalli range, according to geologists, is 350 million years. As for now, the Aravalli range of mountains is approximately 692 kilometers in the northwest part of India. It starts from Delhi and passes through southern Haryana and across the states of Rajasthan, which ends in Gujarat. So Aravali option B is the correct answer to this question. Next is question number 86. Number of players in basketball, 11,975. Well, you know the number of players in the basketball is 5. Basketball is a team sport in which two teams, most commonly of 5 players each, 5 players on each side opposing one another on a rectangular court. The only major sport strictly of US origin, basketball, was invented by James Naismith, who lived from 1869 to 1939 on or about December 1, 1891. So we have option D as the answer to this question. Hope you are clear. Next is question number 87. Shuddhi movement was run by Arya Samaj, Brahmo Samaj, Prarthana Samaj, or none of these? Well, the correct answer is Arya Samaj. Arya Samaj was founded by Sannyasi Dayanand Saraswati. Arya Samaj was founded by the Sannyasi Dayanand Saraswati on April 10, 1875. Members of the Arya Samaj believe in one God and reject the worship of idols. Worship of idols. It's an Indian Hindu reform movement. Well, option A is the answer to this question, Arya Samaj. Hope you are clear. Next is question number 88. ISRO's Satish Dhawan Space Center is located at which place? Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, or Odisha? Well, the correct answer is Andhra Pradesh. Sriharikota is a barrier island of the Bay of Bengal coast located in Nellore district of Andhra Pradesh, India. Sriharikota is a barrier island of the Bay of Bengal coast, which is located in Nellore district of Andhra Pradesh. It houses the Satish Dhawan. It houses the Satish Dhawan Space Center. Actually, this is Dhawan. So, one of the satellite launch centers in India. We have option A as the answer to this question. Let's move to the next question, number 89. The author of the book, The Golden Threshold, is it R.K. Narayan, Sarojini Naidu, Jhampa Lahiri, or Arundhati Roy? Well, the answer to the question is option B, Sarojini Naidu. The Golden Threshold, written in 1905, was a work of Sarojini Naidu, better known as the Nightingale of India. She is best known as the first Indian woman to become the president of INC, that's Indian National Congress, and the first woman to become governor of Uttar Pradesh. Right? So we have option B as the answer to this question. Hope you are clear. Let's move to the next question, number 90. It says the founder of Satavahana dynasty is Satakami, Simuka, Pulumavi, or Kanha? Well, the correct answer to the question is Simuka. Simuka was an Indian king belonging to the Satavahana dynasty. He is mentioned as the first king in the list of royals in Satavahana inscription at Nanaghat. So we have option B as the answer to this question. Next is question number 91. Who is the father of Indian space program? Vikram, Ambalal Sarabhai, APJ Abdul Kalam, Homi, Jahangir, Bamba, or Satyendra Nath Bose? Well, the correct answer is Vikram Ambalal Sarabhai. Vikram Ambalal Sarabhai was an Indian scientist and innovator, widely regarded as father of Indian space program. Sarabhai received the Shanti Swaroop Bharat, Bharat Ratna Medal in 1962. The nation honored him by awarding Padma Bhushan in 1966 and Padma Vibhushan in 1972. So the answer to this question is option A. Next is question number 92. Uber Cup is related to which sport? Is it cricket, badminton, football, or tennis? Well, Uber Cup is related to badminton. The game is named for badminton, the country estate of Dukes of Beaufort in Gloucestershire, England, where it was first played in about 1873. The roots of the sport can be traced to ancient Greece, China, and India, and it is closely related to the old children's game, that's battledore and shuttlecock. So we have option B, that is badminton, as the answer to this question. Hope you're clear with this. Next is question number 93. Who is the youngest grandmaster in India? Is it Parimyajan Negi? Is it D. Gukesh Krishnan Sasikiran or Surya Shekhar? Well, the correct answer to the question is D. Gukesh. As per the latest data of the World Chess Federation, D. Gukesh has become India's youngest grandmaster at 12 years, 7 months, and 17 days. With this achievement, Gukesh has overtaken the Pragnan, who held the record at question number 93. Who is the youngest grandmaster in India? Is it Parimajan Negi, D. Gukesh Krishnan Sasikaran, or Surya Shekhar? Well, the correct answer to this question is D. Gukesh. As per the latest data of the World Chess Federation, D. Gukesh has become the India's youngest grandmaster at the age of 12 years, 7 months, and 17 days. With this achievement, he has overtaken the Pragnandha, who held the record of 12 years, 10 months in June 2018. So we have D. Gukesh, that is option B, as the answer to this question. Next is question number 94. It says, from which country India bought C-17 transport aircraft? Is it Iran, France, USA, or Germany? Well, the correct answer to this question is USA. IAF operates a fleet of 11 C-17 transport planes brought from United States in a government-to-government deal worth around $4.4 billion. So option C is the correct answer to this question. Next is question number 95. It says Asian Games maximum number of times. Asian Games maximum number of times is Japan, China, Thailand, or India. Well, the correct answer to this question is Thailand. Thailand hosted the Asian Games the most number of times. It hosted 4 Asian Games in 1966, 1970, 1978, and 1998. So the correct answer is option C, that is Thailand. Next is question number 96. Agra city was founded by Sikandar Lodhi, Babur, Akbar, or Shah Jahan. Well, Sikandar Lodhi is the correct answer for the question. Modern Agra was founded by Sikandar Lodhi in 16th century. Emperor Akbar built the Agra fort and Fatehpur Sikri near Agra. So we have option A as the answer to this question. Next is question number 97. The visible part of the sun is called chromosphere, photosphere, corona, or core. Well, the boundary between the sun's interior and the solar atmosphere is called photosphere. It is what we see, the visible surface of the sun. And option B is the correct answer to the question, photosphere. Next is question number 98. Ozone layer located in which layer? Is it located in stratosphere, troposphere, mesosphere, or exosphere? Well, I know you know the answer to the question. Yes, it is stratosphere. Stratosphere extends upwards. Extends upwards from tropo to about 50 kilometers. It contains much of the ozone in the atmosphere. The increase in the temperature with height occurs because of the absorption. Increase in temperature with height occurs the increase in the temperature and height occurs because of the absorption of UV, that's ultraviolet radiation, from the sun by this ozone. From the sun by ozone layer, right? So option A stands to be the answer to this question. Let's move to the next question, number 99. Who is the chairman of Constitution Drafting Committee? Is it Aladi Krishnaswamy Iyer, N. Gopal Swamy, B.R. Ambedkar, or K.M. Munshi? Well, the answer is B.R. Ambedkar. The drafting committee had 7 members. The drafting committee had 7 members, which included Aladi Krishnaswamy Iyer. He was a member. N. Gopal Swamy, he was also a member. B.R. Ambedkar and K.M. Munshi, then Muhammad Sadullah, B.L. Mittar, D.P. Khaitan. At its first meeting on 30 August 1947, the drafting committee elected B.R. Ambedkar as chairman. So we have option C as the answer to this question. Hope you are clear. So let's move to the last question of this paper. UN was established on 1944, 1945, 42, or 46. Well, the United Nations Charter is the treaty that established the United Nations. It was ratified on 24 October 1945. The following series of events led to the writing of the Charter and the UN founding Declaration of ST. So, option B, that is 1945, is the correct answer to this question. So, with that, we have completed all the 100 questions of this paper. Hope you were clear with that. If you have any doubt, then you can rewind the video and watch them again. And students, before completing the video, we'd like to recommend that do visit our website www.examsnet.com. There you will find this and many more entrance exam question paper with the detailed explanation. For this paper. Bye.